Darabont has a Stephen King fetish. It's kind of like Tim Burton and Johnny Depp at this point, but Darabont's little nod to Stephen King, he always does one, even if he's just screenwriting. In this movie was to name Kevin Dillon's character Flag.
Yeah, Randall Flag.
Yeah. Okay, that was a piece of trivia. I didn't know if they were actually reaching.
Which
on
ties
that one
into The Stand with Shawnee Smith.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
A little bit there.
Unintentional.
Yeah, then you get the creepy looking Reverend, which he definitely comes into play later on.
Yeah, that guy is a really cool character, for sure.
Yeah, but then I wrote the typical man in the woods finds crash meteor and
the homeless
pokes it with a stick. Which, you don't poke something like that with a fucking stick.
I would probably poke that with a stick.
I would have looked at them and
I'm very curious.
I would have spit at it.
I'd have tried to have sex with it.
I don't know. I didn't want to go there. I was thinking about saying something stupid like that. But no, when you said it wasn't stupid.
Oh shit! But yeah, that's when you get the first appearance of the Blob, which I don't know how they did this effect, but I love how they make this thing move.
Yeah. I think it was just stop motion, probably.
Yeah.
It just looked so goddamn good. Like throughout this whole movie, the
Blob all
itself.
of the effects are really. I mean,
no, they're bad, but
there's some of the matting that's not great.
Yeah, the green screen shit stuff, obviously, but as far as the Blob, just fucking. Perfect.
I love the scene in the clinic.
Oh, before that though, I had to put the note with you go and see Shawnee Smith's parents and meet her little brother and stuff. I put you get the code of foreshadowing because the coat won't zip up.
Right.
So I was like, yep, I had to write that down. Like, code of foreshadowing, that's going to come into play later. Yep, sure did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, anytime you see anything like mundane like that in a movie, you have to figure that it's going to...
Either that or the director is just stupid as fuck. Like, and it doesn't tie into anything.
Right.
But then you get the clinic scene with the old man dissolved, like his body's like completely dissolved.
Yeah, like the first
awesome.
Of many like seriously cool gore gags. I guess like the first one was the old... the homeless dude chapping at his wrist with a hatchet.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
The big time one is definitely in the clinic.
Yes.
He's
her
like
her date.
Yeah, and that's that is one of the brilliant things about this movie, is that most movies set you up with red herring villains. This one sets you up with red herring heroes.
Yeah.
It's the football guy, and then it's the sheriff.
And then it's the really nice lady that works at the diner who gave him free pie. And then she deserved that fucking death in the tone.
That was a pretty epic little fucking phone booth death, too.
Yeah, that was just odd that she died. She was so nice.
Yeah, I love the red herring thing that they do, though. It's pretty fucking... cool, unexpected writing.
Well, the only problem I had with that was when after she saw what happened to her date, she didn't seem very traumatized going to the diner with
their
Kevin.
First date,
Dillon.
you know?
Yeah, she didn't know him that well, but you just saw the fucking Blob eat some guy. I don't care if it was your date.
Yeah,
or
I'd be
not.
staying at home just going, fuck this.
She's at the diner, like trying to convince Kevin Dillon's mullet that it.
I love how I got you saying it now too.
Yeah, I mean, you can't avoid not focusing on that in every scene that he's in. But
yeah, saying that boyfriend meld effect scene though, when she's going to grab his arm and just like his arm just sloughs off, and you get the iconic cover image of him just like trying to push out of it. I fucking love that.
Well,
image.
my whole gripe about it is not the performances, because they're all pretty good, but just the reaction. And they should be a little bit more terrified, because there's a scene when the fucking two little boys are running in the theater and one of them's smiling. Did you catch that?
No.
Oh, is it the one who's always chewing his gum really loud?
The one that gets it. The kid.
Yeah, that kid's always smiling through the whole movie.
Yeah,
though.
but he's running from the Blob and smiling. Like, dude, come on. Recut that. I don't know.
No, that's fine.
All right.
That's like I never noticed the smiling part actually.
I was just like, why is he smiling? He thinks this is fun.
Yeah, next up is
the
Lover's Lane.
With the fucking awesome bachelor trunk.
Yeah, that dude's trunk with the fucking fake class rings and the drink station, and like that's Erica Eleniak, right?
Yeah, I think,
yeah, she looked really good.
Yeah, but he gets a little too handsy and
that's what he gets for being a fucking date rapist.
Damn it! Can I ask you about your supercut real quick?
Yes.
All right. There's this movie in the early '90s, Erica Eleniak. She's getting pushed
Under Siege.
No, she's getting pushed out of a fucking like a manhole, and she's just in a thong. That didn't make your supercut. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Google it when you get home.
But the Under Siege tit scene probably should have.
Is she the one that pops out of the cake?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Well, then, let's see.
I love, like, yeah, he's like, oh, you're wearing my ring. That makes you my girl.
Oh, yeah. That dude was such a fucking
Yeah, he was a
sleazeball and
slimy
deserved
piece
it.
of shit. The effects in that scene, again, are fucking incredible. Like,
Yeah.
the way his hand just, like, falls into her chest and...
Yeah, and isn't that when, like, her face starts to
like,
concave, too?
Yeah, her whole body just falls in on itself. It's
Yeah, that was
cool.
Kind of like my life.
Then it goes to the restaurant scene where, yeah, Johnny Smith and Kevin Dillon's mullet are eating, and then they hear
Just
a
say
scream.
mullet. Don't say Kevin
Well, I
Dillon.
ended up cutting it short to mullet later on, too, because I got tired of writing it. But,
Mole.
Moulet. But that fucking drain pipe scene with the cook
Oh,
getting
yeah, the
pulled
kitchen
through.
sink kill. That's fucking beautiful.
That was great.
Head first into the kitchen sink.
It's like, that would be a way to fucking go right there.
I would
Jesus.
hope that right as soon as, like, you just die. Your head would be crushed
Right.
and you just die.
You would
know?
not fit through that, no
Because,
way.
like, brain death brings about instantaneous death. Like, once you're brain dead, that's just, you're done, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Right, and I was saying, then you don't even... Then the next scene, she goes running... the waitress goes running off into the phone
That's
booth.
Candy Clark, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I say I know that name, but from what, though?
I can't remember.
Okay.
But I know that I should.
Oh my god! I almost said the dumbest thing in the podcast ever.
What?
No, I'm not. doing
No,
it.
say it.
A Clark bar is considered candy, so
Yes.
Candy Clark bar.
Candy
This-
Clark.
That's
how
why
you-
she's
I've-
famous.
yeah.
Okay.
I've
That's
thought
why
of-
we know her.
I've thought that myself. That's pretty
Sweet.
funny. No, that's not dumb. That's just you
It's
know.
observant. and-
Yeah, it's just gonna occur to anybody with half a brain.
That's all I have too. That's awesome.
But yeah, then you get that scene, like that awesome scene where she's in the phone booth and the blob just starts oozing down, and you see poor Jeffrey DeMunn's body float by in it. And
Well, before that, you get that scene where something's in the drain and fucking the guy sticks his
Oh, yeah,
hand.
that's
Yeah,
where
we
just
just talked about that.
yeah, where he gets sucked in, and that's how he,
Mr. I'm not high.
Maybe I'm on some little bit of indica.
Okay, so Candy Clark was in Zodiac, and she was in American Graffiti,
okay.
and she was in... God damn it. The Man Who Fell to Earth. I know my phone's frozen.
Good.
Continue.
But yeah, then he goes to the theater and you get the cheesy ass Friday the 13th ripoff playing on the big screen.
Oh, I don't even remember what it was called, but it's your basic slice and dice.
Yeah, you get the douchebag in the back, just like, oh, this is what's gonna happen here. Oh, this is what's gonna happen here.
That
and he's
fucking
the first one to get it.
That fucking kid, man, is like... There are a lot of annoying kid characters in movies, like the little brother in Night of the Demons.
Oh yeah,
But this-
Yeah, when we reviewed that movie, I
Yeah.
like that kid.
No, it's awful.
He's cool.
But this kid is like, just the way he's always chomping on his gum and fucking, yeah.
and wasn't he the one also having like the earphone, like the headphones
Yeah, he
on
always
while
had
he's
the
watching?
headphones on.
Yeah, that just annoyed me, like for whatever you call that, aesthetic reasons. Then you get the blob attack.
Projectionist kill.
Yeah, that projectionist kill, and then the yo-yo coming down, and you just
Yeah.
see him just kind of oozing out of it. That, God, everything about this effects-wise is just fucking great.
Now you're getting ahead of yourself.
Well, no, kind of, but
You didn't get to the end where it might not be that good anymore.
one of my
Candy Clark was in Cat's Eye.
oh,
Yay.
okay,
Candy Clark was in Amityville 3D.
thanks, Randy.
Cat's Eye's just loaded.
Cat's Eye is pretty cool.
Cat's Eye.
I gave it a 9.
I like Cat's Eye.
Higher than you guys.
Candy
Yeah,
Clark
that-
is in Q the Winged Serpent.
Wow, she's in a lot of shit.
Was his Larry Cohen?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's my favorite Larry Cohen movie. I can't believe I didn't remember that, actually. She was in Star Crash, too.
All right, but one of my favorite images from this movie is right here, where the blob like oozes out of the projection booth, and it's like got the projection light going through it.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I love that scene.
The original Blob, there was no tentacles that he spit out.
No.
Yeah.
No, it was literally just a
It
blob.
just kind
I
of
think.
rolled at
Yeah.
people like
Really
slithered at
boring.
people.
It was just jelly.
No, it's not boring. I like the original Blob.
There's no fright in it whatsoever.
If you were alive then, I'm sure it would have been kind of frightening.
I don't know. I can go back to that era and
We're
find
extremely
something.
desensitized.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been.
I
shown
can
a
go
lot
back
of
to
stuff.
that era of movies and get frightened a little bit in certain fucking scenarios that they put out. But a blob coming towards me is not. I don't think that'd ever be scary to me.
I think you
But
would
this-
be scared if that was happening in real life.
Not if he can. Like this one, he can reach out and grab you.
Yeah.
That one you can't. And I'll just be like, I'm not going towards that jelly over there, and that's it. He can't get me unless he runs me over.
And then you also, this is where they go back to the woods of the scene of the crash site, and you see all these government agents around, and you find out that
the big reveal.
Yep, the big reveal that it's the.
It's not a meteor.
Yeah, it's a biological weapon.
It's a satellite, and we launched it.
I had a business idea.
What?
Yeah, last year.
Where's this? Oh my god!
I was thinking about boating and just like like
He
everyone.
is high.
No, this is not a high thing. This is a real thing. And let me.
No, you're boating.
I'm just making it up. So yeah, you're boating, right? But like a lot of people have these jet boats, these fast things. They're not jet boats, but whatever. Really fast boats.
Sure.
Well, with motors.
Mm-hmm.
There's boating enthusiasts that like the old style of using an oar.
Rowboats.
So I was thinking about a jerky treat for these guys and call them meaty oars. Go ahead, Scott.
All right. But yeah, then they you threw me completely off.
I should have not have tried that. I knew there was no payoff.
Oh my god.
But yeah, then
So stupid.
That was good.
When Mullet finds out about all the
Mullet, there we go. This is beginning.
finds out about the corrupt government shit that's going on, he fucking gets attacked and he finally makes that jump over the bridge. Good for you, Mullet.
Yeah, you failed so bad.
Get across with my bike now.
That was a weird little thing when he failed the first time, and he's looking at that bum, and he's like, and the bum's like,
Right?
We had a moment.
yeah, they had a moment.
We made eye contact. We'll walk away now.
Are we almost to the sewer yet?
Yep, I was just getting ready to say we're into the sewer now where
Okay.
the child gets killed.
Yep, yay!
Yeah, that little annoying shit's gone.
He's dead.
And then Mullet does some sick moves on his
Yeah,
bike
dude,
in the
that's
sewer.
Sick moves.
Up over the fucking, in the tunnel.
Then Mullet blows open
Sick
the
tricks,
sewer
bro.
with a missile launcher.
The
After he runs into Bill Moseley,
And that's
apparently.
Bill Moseley. I can't believe you didn't know that.
I did not recognize him.
I didn't recognize him either.
I just can't believe that neither of you just. How did you just not know that?
Did he have his suit on? Oh, yeah, that's the guy that was getting, like,
He's-
for helping him, yeah.
Yeah, I had no
Shit.
fucking clue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Bill Moseley.
All right, I got it now.
I gotta give away my horror card now. But
winner! Right here.
yep, then after Bill Moseley gets eaten, fucking Mullet grabs the rocket launcher and blows open the fucking sewer, gets out.
And the Blob emerges.
And yeah, dude, that was a cool scene where it's just shaking the ground and just fucking just comes up like that.
Where it grabs, like, the evil scientist dude and, like, sucks him down into the sewer.
And then they just start throwing bombs down at it and stuff, and it just pisses
Yeah, like
it off.
shooting down there, like that's gonna do something.
Yeah, I was
Jesus
saying that's the
Christ.
first thing I thought too. Is like you're shooting a blob.
Well, and
of
that's, I
bullets.
mean, I imagine that's Chuck Russell and Frank Darabont's jab at the stupid fucking retarded idiot military.
right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that
So-
makes sense, for sure.
Yeah, then you get the full size of the blob shows up and it's fucking massive and
The Blob emerges. And they all go, what, like,
to the church, I think it was.
hide in the city hall?
Or yeah, that was City Hall where they figured like it's
And in this city
weak to
hall
cold.
is... Well, they figured that out before that. They figured that out on the street
Oh,
on
yeah,
the way
the-
there. She sprays like a... Shawnee Smith sprays
Fire
like a
extinguisher.
fire extinguisher at
Well, I
it.
was saying that's when they start using the fire extinguishers
Yeah.
on it in the hall.
But once they get into the hall, the scene where Paul McCrane gets broken in half backward when he gets ripped out through the door. I have this thing about scenes where people get broken in half backward since, like, seeing The Rocketeer. That really freaked me out. Like, do you guys not remember The Rocketeer at
I
all?
watched it once a long time ago and don't remember shit from it.
Well, the villains in it, they were Nazis, and, like, the main villain is played by Timothy Dalton, and he had this big goon, like, this big giant goon that did all of his dirty deeds for him, and he killed people by breaking them in half backwards like that.
Oh,
And I saw that movie when I was young, and I was just like, Jesus Christ, And the next time that I saw it was in the Blob remake, like, a couple of years later. And that was like, it gave me a chill. And then the next time I saw it was a couple of years later when I caught Jason Lives on TV when he kills the sheriff.
yeah.
And
oh
like,
yeah.
So, yeah, just anytime I see a scene like that, it's like triggers something from my childhood, and it makes me...
Probably a slight boner, too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I
of
say
a-
there's also one in class of 1999 too.
Yep, there is. Yep.
Oh my
because
god,
I think that was
that
one of
movie's so fucking kind of stupid, but
Class of 1999 rules.
no, it's good, but
it's
it's
Fucking
so,
Pam Grier, Stacy
Yeah.
Keach. Come
the
on.
fucking the kid from
Oh yeah, the kid from Near
Near
Dark.
Dark,
and
yeah.
That kid that wrote Final Girls.
Yeah,